Hello, friends, and welcome back to Kurt Bergland's Baseball World. Every Monday morning at 10 a.m. Central, I review a baseball book. Could be fiction, could be nonfiction, could be hot off the presses, could be something way out of print, or it could be something somewhere in between. Today, Big Hair and Plastic Grass. A funny ride through baseball in America in the swinging 70s by Dan Epstein. The publisher is Thomas Dunn Books, and the publication date, which I really should have looked up again before I started my video, is, don't tell me, I'll get it. It is 2010. Copyright by Dan Epstein. Dan Epstein takes a walk through the decade of the 1970s year by year, looking for themes and noteworthy events, and he writes about them. Sometimes he's writing about big games and big series. Sometimes he's writing about charismatic or newsworthy individuals in the game of Major League Baseball. And other times he's writing about scandals or legal developments. And he's weaving this all through. Each year gets its own attention. Each year in the decade gets its own attention in the book. The book is over 300 pages long. There is an index. There are not pictures. And you can see that the copy that I have is paperback. This one cost about $7 at an online used bookseller. You may find it in your local bookstore. It has been in my local used bookstore from time to time. And you might get lucky and find a copy there. If you don't, it certainly is not an expensive book to pick up. Many people have read this. This was recommended to me. I'm not a huge fan of the genre of exploring a decade because I like depth, and by its very nature, a book like this doesn't give you much. It gives you a few paragraphs on a subject at a particular point in time and then moves on to another subject at that nearly same particular point in time. Having said that, this one's okay. Is it the best of its type that I've ever read? No. There are others that are better. And I'm going to get to those in the weeks and months to come to try and show you some differences between them. He's a fine writer. He's picked some certainly noteworthy events to build into the book. And if you are familiar with the decade of the 70s for baseball, this will provide you with a nice walk down memory lane. Is it going to be the best baseball book you've ever read? No. Is it going to change your life? No. Is the analysis, and aside from the structure of the book, is the analysis bringing something new to our understanding of the decade of the 1970s? And again, I think my answer to that would have to be not really. He's writing about the big events. Some you may have forgotten about. Some you may not have known about, but I don't know that there's really a whole lot of new ground here. It's just packaged in a little bit different way. So I don't know what that makes it. I guess if I'm grading this book, I would put it somewhere around a B-, because it's fine for what it does. The genre is very limiting, though, and you're gonna, I guess, maybe you'll find a topic in here that you want to read more about, and then you'll launch into a book on that topic alone. I'm thinking about the subjects of things like free agency, where Bowie Kuhn and Marvin Miller and Kurt Flood and Dave McNally and Andy Messersmith, they all deserve a lot more than they're getting in a book like this. But that's not an indictment of the way that he writes. It's an indictment of the structure of the book itself. But if you are a fan of your baseball highlights in small snippets and moving on to the next topic, and there are a lot of people out there that are, this book is worth picking up. Big Hair and Plastic Grass, Dan Epstein, A Funny Ride. I don't know. Funny? Really? Through Baseball in America in the Swinging 70s. Less than $10 for sure, online or at your used local bookstore. I'm Kurt Bergland. Thank you for joining me. Don't forget to come on back next week at this time for a baseball book review. Hope you have a good Monday. So long, everybody.